What's up, Jax Roll? What's up, guys? You guys in the break tonight? Thank you for being here. Alright, we started the break a little early because we have a few wrestlers up for sale. So here's what we have available if anybody wants extra spots. These are the spots that are available. We have Braun Breaker at $40, CM Punk at $65, Drew McIntyre at $20, John Cena at $140, Randy Orton at $80, and Triple H at $180. If anybody wants to make an offer, make an offer. If you are in the break, you get free shipping. These are the people who are available. If anybody wants extra wrestlers, those are the wrestlers available. What's up, Shady Norm? We'll probably do this, sit here for about 5 to 10 minutes to try and sell these spots, if anybody wants them. Again, if you're already in the break, no shipping on the spots. Shipping cost will be free. Braun Breaker, $40, CM Punk, $65, Drew at $20. That's Drew McIntyre, John Cena at $140, Randy Orton at $80, and Triple H at $180. If anybody wants to make me an offer on some spots or combine some spots, I can give some deals. We can do that. We got Blah. Who will send you an invoice. HashyBoy2356. It is in the break, Hashy Boy. It is nothing you can see. It is the cards that come out in the break. If you're not part of the break or don't know what the break is, my friend, I'm going to open up this case of cards, and all the cards that are pulled for certain wrestlers are going to people. These are not just certain one-card things or autos and stuff like that. If you are in the break, you get free shipping. This is a live break, Hashy Boy. This is not a certain single card. This is a case of product that I'm going to open up, and every card that comes out with that person's name. So somebody, if they own like Charlotte Flair, they're going to get all the Charlotte Flair cards. That's what this is. This is a live break, but we have some spots that are up for sale that people didn't purchase. Thanks, Hashy Boy. If anybody wants some spots, extra spots to add to what you already have in the break, we got 11 people in YouTube watching. Does anybody else want any spots? I mean, if these spots don't sell, we're just going to house the spots. So, that's up to you guys. We're offering them to you guys first. If you want to make me an offer on a spot, make me an offer. What's up, Chasing Heat? How are you, bud? Did you want any other spots than just Batista, buddy? We have these extra spots available. You would get free shipping on that extra spot. You want the Drew spot for 20? Okay. Blah, Chasing Heat. Can you send him an invoice, please? He just paid for his spot. It's the last person on the list. So I know it's there. Blah will send you an invoice for $20, no shipping. Give him a second, okay? Hey, Chasing Heat, will you send me a message on your Batista spot, please, buddy? Send us a message, and then Blah will send you the invoice. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Blah will take care of that right now. Alright, guys. Got about 5 more minutes. We're going to try and leave these up here for you guys. If anybody wants any extra spots, if you are in the break, you get free shipping. Drew McIntyre has been taken. Shawn Michaels has been paid for. Both of those spots are gone. Blah, he sent the message to you in the messages, buddy. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure you knew it was there. Thank you, Blah. Thank you, Chasing Heat. Appreciate you. Anybody that is in the break and wants an extra spots, we have a few available. Please make me offers on these spots. They're all available, all 5 of those wrestlers. If not, we will house them. We got 3 minutes. Give you about another 3 minutes if anybody wants the spots. While you guys are going to be thinking about the spots, I'm going to go ahead and get the box open. I'm going to get the case open. You want to, Blah, you're going to take Braun? All right. Go ahead and cancel the spot. And then it's yours. Braun Bit Breaker has been, link to Drew has been sent for you. Braun Breaker has been sold. Eight boxes. There they are. Last call. Braun Breaker has been sold. Michael Miller has messaged you, blah. Michael Miller has messaged. You want that? Yeah, we'll do that for you, Michael. Go for it. We'll give that to you. CM Punk for 50 for you. Absolutely, bud. Blah, go ahead and put that together for me, please, sir. All right, guys, we're going to start the break. Hey, Michael. Blah will send you the invoice, okay? Let me figure that out. Hold on, Joshua. Are you in the break? Joshua, are you in the break, sir? Yes, okay. Do me a favor, Joshua. Send me a message with that offer, and we'll take that for you. We'll take that. Okay? Send a message. Okay, perfect. Send a message and Blah will put together yours for you after he's done with Michael's, okay? No problem, Michael. No problem, Joshua. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Blah, I'm going to go ahead and cancel the other orders. Go ahead and take care of the invoices. I'll take care of the other orders. I will cancel everything else. Yes, you did, Michael. We got yours, bud. We got yours, my friend. He's putting together the invoice now. All right. Michael, the link has been sent to you on the email, on your messages. Okay, Blah, for Wolf Den, we're going to do $350 on those 3 spots. I left you Randy Orton to put that together. Just do 1 spot at $350, okay? Thank you, Blah. Sorry, Ka. All the spots just got finished being sold. Sorry, my friend. All the open ones, we just finished selling them. Nice, Patrick. We appreciate you getting in. We appreciate you getting in on the break. Right now we're finishing up some business and we will start the break. I'd say give us about 5 minutes, okay, bud? About 5 minutes. And then we're going to have some fun because I love the WWE product. Perfect. Link for the 3 just sent for you, Joshua. Michael, it's okay, bud. Don't worry about it. You got this. Take your time, my friend. Take your time. You just want to copy and paste that link into the search bar. Perfect, Joshua. Thank you, bud. Blah, are you sure that link is correct? Okay, you got it, Ka. Thanks, buddy. You just checked it, Punk for 50? Okay. I tried to put it in and it didn't work for me, so I wanted to make sure. The only one I didn't cancel, blah, was the Randy Orton spot. I'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that, please. Click on the link inside of here, inside the on the YouTube, Michael, and it'll take you right there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the break, guys. Here we go. Good luck to everyone. Good luck, everybody, in the break. Here's box number 1. You guys are great. Appreciate it. Thank you, Blah. Great job tonight. Thank you, as always. Here we go, my friends. Adam Pierce, Tavion Heights, Nikki Cross. These are all commons. Common. Yokozuna. Finishers of Finn Balor. Finn Balor on the finishers. Akira Tozawa on the rare. Tozawa on the rare. Kiana James. That's on the uncommon. Our first numbered card of the night, that is Sheamus. Sheamus, that's 82 out of 149. 82 out of 149. Intimidators, that is Kane. Kane on the Intimidators. Full segment of Kevin Owens. Full segment refractor of Kevin Owens. That is Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack on the uncommon. JC Jane. Is this our first auto? Nope. This is Attitude. Attitudes. That is Bam Bam Bigelow on the rare Attitudes. And on the full segment to 75, Alexa Bliss on the die cut full segment. Intimidators, another one of Kane. Kane on the refractor Intimidators. Liv Morgan on the uncommon. Asuka and Hulk Hogan. Our first auto, it's orange, and it is Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka on the, looks like orange finest auto. That should be numbered, no? This is not orange. It's just the finest auto of Sol Ruka. Nice hit. It is on card, too. On card auto of Sol Ruka. Nice one. Dirty Dom on the, looks rare. That's uncommon. On the uncommon, Dirty Dom. Jordan Grace, 55 of 199. 55 of 199 on the Jordan Grace. What's up, Junior? Show stopping of Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins on the show stopping. And that right there is 13 out of 15. 13 out of 15 of Typhoon. Typhoon to 15. That is an uncommon of Nia Jax. Solo Sikoa. That is on the uncommon. Solo Sikoa uncommon. Intimidators of Nia Jax. Intimidators of Nia Jax. That is a really cool Wendy Chu. 61 out of 75. 61 of 75, Wendy Chu. That is Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley on the uncommon. Our next auto. That's a nice one. Jada Parker. Jada Parker on card auto. Noam Dar. Noam Dar, 32 out of 149. The Turn. Shawn Michaels. That is Razor Ramon on the rare. On the uncommon, Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix on the uncommon. And that is box number 1. Box number 1. Well, that was a pretty good first box. 2 pretty solid autos. I think Jada Parker, isn't she a champion now? Didn't she win a championship? I know Sol Rook is a champion. So, not a bad first box. Box number 2. Go a little bit faster this time since I know what I'm looking for. Here we go. Box number 2. That's 111 out of 149, Zelina Vega. Wow, that's a finishers. That is a sick finishers of Kurt Angle. Dude, that one is sick. And it is not numbered. That is an X-Fractor. Finishers of Kurt Angle. That's pretty sick. You can almost not see the card. And then El Grande Americano on the finishers. Triple H on the uncommon. The Turn of the Final Boss. Tiffany Stratton on the uncommon. Oh, that's a rare. Ridge Holland uncommon. That is Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston. That is a common Kofi Kingston. That one is not numbered. How about on the die cut? 24 out of 75 Showstoppers of Rob Van Dam. We got a Showstoppers of Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero on the refractor. Kiana James on the uncommon. Stacy Keebler. First auto. That is Nikita Lyon. Nikita Lyons. Not numbered. Another nice auto. Becky Lynch on the uncommon. Becky Lynch on the uncommon. That's a refractor. That's 110 out of 199. Alexa Bliss on the X-Fractor. Intimidators of Gunther. That is a blue 62 out of 75. That is Fatu on the uncommon to 75. Axiom on the uncommon. That is Andrade on the refractor. Andrade on the refractor. Showstoppers of Bret the Hitman Hart. That is Scott Hall. 12 out of 20. 12 out of 20 on the Scott Hall spot. Behind that is an uncommon of Liv Morgan. Our next auto, that one's numbered to 50, and that is Bronson Reed. Big bad Bronson Reed, 44 out of 50, our first numbered auto. And then behind that, beautiful 24 out of 25 on the die cut, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Finishers of KO with the stunner. Alex Shelby on the uncommon. Nia Jax uncommon. And that is box number 2. Box number 3. No Bulldogs yet. No Bulldogs yet. Box number 3, here we go. That is Damian Priest. Damian Priest on the double exposure. Is this a case hit? That is a sick card. That is a sick card going to the Damian Priest spot. Finishers of Triple H. There's Uncle Howdy. That's on the rare. Ren Sinclair. Happy Wednesday. On the uncommon. 142 out of 199. That's Yokozuna. Yokozuna. And on the finishers, that is the skull-crushing finale of The Miz on the X-Fractor. And they just happened to put a nice clean version right behind it. Nice hit for the Miz spot. Uncommon of Sheamus. That is the Undertaker. Undertaker on the X-Fractor. And behind that to 25, that is Intimidators of Jade Cargill. 5 out of 25. What a beautiful card. Show-stopping. That is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Uncommon of Sami Zayn. Next auto. Wow. Finest Masters auto of Gunther. Nice hit. Not numbered. And then right behind it on the refractor is another Gunther. And on the die cut to 99, there's Sami Zayn. Getting ready for his Lua kick. What's up, Hashi boy? Show-stopping Charlotte the Queen Flair. And behind that is a nice one to 25. It's Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton to 25. There's Ron Killings. Ron Killings on the uncommon. There is Latino Heat. Eddie Guerrero on the refractor rare. Show-stopping of Asuka. Are you ready for Asuka? Alexa Bliss on the refractor, 27 out of 75. That's an uncommon of Natalia. Next auto of Trick Williams on the Finest Masters, gold. That is gold, 14 out of 50. 14 out of 50, Trick Williams. KO 148 out of 149. Intimidators of Jacob Fatu. That's a rare Charlotte Flair. Rare Charlotte. Road Dog. Somebody asked me for the Road Dog, right? There's a Road Dog on the uncommon. And that is box number 3. So far, Alexa Bliss has made an appearance a bunch tonight. Box number 4. Alright, here we go. Box number 4. 27 out of 35. That is Brutus Creed. Brutus Creed on the die cut. 27 of 35. Behind that, we got a full segment X-Fractor of Kevin Owens. And an Intimidators of Braun Strowman. Intimidators, Braun Strowman. Nick Aldis on the uncommon. That is Santos Escobar on the X-Fractor. Gold Intimidators of Braun Strowman to 50. That is 19 out of 50. Finishers of Kurt Angle. Cactus Jack on the uncommon. Just double checking this one, making sure it's not numbered. That is a Finest Moments auto, and that is Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston on the Finest Moments auto, 53 out of 75. 53 of 75. We have CM Punk on the refractor, uncommon refractor. We got X-Pac, 7 out of 199. Finishers of Austin Theory. Julius Creed on the refractor. That is actually 1 out of 50. 1 out of 50 on the gold refractor. Nikki Bella on the uncommon. Wow. The Demon, Finn Balor on the Dark Energy. Dark Energy. That is a sick card right there. Intimidators of Bronson Reed. Solo Sikoa on the rare. Tongaloa on the uncommon. These cards are nice. They did a really good job. Guess this is gold. I guess the W is gold in the background. To 50. Is that a color blast? That can't be a color blast. They don't have color blasting tops. That's okay. That is Scarlet on the refractor. That is an uncommon refractor. Intimidators of Batista, the animal. That is X-Pac 27 out of 75. Cactus Jack on the uncommon. On the rare, that is Maurice. Maurice on the rare. Lita on the uncommon. Our next auto is Ethan Page. Ethan Page on the Finest Moments. Ethan Page. Our die cut is Booker T. Booker T on the die cut. Oh, it's a full segment of The Miz. Full segment of The Miz. I wasn't sure what it was. And that is 73 out of 99 on the Booker T die cut. That's box 4. Box number 5. All right, box number 5. That is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns on the X-Fractor. Full segment, that is Bray Wyatt, 7 out of 25. 7 out of 25 of Bray. Show stopping, that is Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair. Showstoppers on the refractor. That is Shanti Adonis on the uncommon. Woo-hoo-hoo. How about a blue auto of Ray 619 Mysterio. 57 out of 75. Rey Mysterio on the auto. Nice hit for the Rey Mysterio spot. Tavion Heights on the refractor. Die cut, that is 17 out of 35 of Gunther. Intimidators, Cactus Jack. 20 out of 20, Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez, 20 out of 20 on the rare card. Uncommon Typhoon. That is great. Bray Wyatt in the Funhouse. Firefly Funhouse to 25. Joe Gacy. Full segment of Carlito. Rare rookie card of Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray. Undertaker on the uncommon. 141 out of 149. That is Mankind. 141 of 149. Finishers. That is X-Pac on the finishers, guys. X-Pac on the X-Fractor. Triple H on the finishers refractor. Dante Chen on the uncommon. Sorry, that was 141 out of 199 on the Mankind. Here we go. Last stack. This is box number 5. That is a refractor of Tyreek Igwe. Yeah. Tyreek Igwe on the rare. Showstoppers. That is Triple H. Sol Ruka, 21 out of 25. 21 out of 25 on the common. Farouk on the uncommon. That is Chad Gable. Chad Gable on the blue. 11 out of 75. 11 out of 75. Javon Evans, 22 out of 199. Finishers of Carmelo. Tama Tonga on the rare. El Grande Americano on the uncommon. That is box 5. Yes, it is. This is the Pick Your Wrestler break. Yep. Yeah, this one ended a little while ago. I think we're going to do one again next Sunday. Keep an eye out. I believe we're doing another break of this next Sunday, if you didn't get in today. But keep an eye out for next Sunday, because I do have another case of it. My boss just hasn't posted it yet. Oh, I'll recap everything at the end, my friend. Of course. Of course. All right, this is box number 6. Box number 6. Here we go, box number 6. Bianca. That is Nikki Cross as Abby the Witch on the refractor. Showstoppers, that is Tiffany Stratton. Jada Parker, that is 47 out of 50. Sorry, wow. How did I see 47? I have no idea, but that's 2 out of 50. 2 out of 50. Uncommon of Stevie Turner. Our next auto, that's pretty sick. That is Lash Legend on-card auto. Lash Legend on the on-card auto. That's sick. That's pretty good. I like that one. Seth frickin' Rollins, 62 out of 149. Finishers of X-Pac. A rare Cowboy Bob Orton. Uncommon Channing, Stax Lorenz. The Turn, KO. KO on the turn. That's Jordan Grace, rookie rare. Idris Inofe on the uncommon. Die cut. There's Ricky Saints on the die cut. That is 43 out of 99. 43 out of 99. That is Showstoppers of Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton on the Showstoppers. Intimidators Refractor of Jacob Fatu. Lexus King on the uncommon. That is Kane on the X-Fractor. Kane on the X-Fractor, not numbered. The Turn. Die cut. 26 out of 75 of The Rock. Showstoppers of Asuka. Charlotte Flair on the uncommon. Next auto is to 10. 6 out of 10 of Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka, 6 out of 10. How about a nice double up for Sol Ruka's spot? Attitudes of my boy, man. I miss Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross on the refractor rare. That is a refractor rare die cut of Karmen Petrovich. Numbered 5 out of 25. 5 out of 25 on the Karmen Petrovich. Intimidators of Bradshaw. Refractor 61 out of 75, Drew McIntyre. That's Big Daddy Diesel on the uncommon. And that is box number 6. Box number 7. Let's have some fun. Box number 7. Here we go. Yeet. That is 33 out of 199, Chad Gable. How about China on the X-Fractor Intimidators? Showstoppers of Eddie Guerrero. Cactus Jack on the uncommon. Intimidators of Otis. There's Dragon Lee on the rare. Uncommon of Kiana James. Bret the Hitman Hart. Gold auto 22 out of 50. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. The Hitman on the gold auto. Sick. It's my favorite wrestler of all times. Jey Uso on the refractor. Die cut of Scott Hall. That is numbered 2 out of 35. Rikishi on the stink face. John Cena, 13 out of 25. Nice hit. 13 out of 25. Nia Jax on the uncommon. Let's go. You're welcome, dude. He has always been my favorite. And he seems to come to my breaks a lot. Whenever we were doing breaks in the past, he was always showing up, so. There is a X-Fractor of Rare X-Fractor of Ray Phoenix. This one is not numbered. Finishers, there's Kurt Angle again. That one is 38 out of 50. 38 out of 50. Intimidators of Braun Strowman. Liv Morgan on the uncommon. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad I hit one for you then. If you've been that tough, I'm glad I got one for you. There's Thea Hale. Charlie Dempsey on the finest moments. Charlie Dempsey. William Regal's little boy. That is Lana. Lana on the die cut. That is 19 out of 25. Lana on the die cut. People are waiting for her to come back. Showstoppers of Jey Uso. Roman Reigns on the rare. Nick Aldis on the uncommon. People are talking about Lana coming back to be with Rusev again. Let's see if it happens. Last pack of box 7. That is Jey Uso on the refractor. Intimidators of Bray Wyatt. Tommaso Ciampa, 59 out of 75 on the base card. Tongaloa on the uncommon. Even I get tongue-tied. That's a great Bray Wyatt card right there. And our last box. Box number 8. Brett will go there. Box number 8. See if we can shuffle up the autos to the bottom. Let's try and save those for last. And of course, what do? I find one right away. We got an auto right there behind my sweat card. Auto is right there. We're going to save that. Here we go. 24 out of 25, that's Dragon Lee on the die cut. 24 of 25, Dragon Lee. Showstoppers of Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley on the rare. Eric on the uncommon. That is Santos Escobar on the refractor. Hulk Hogan on the turn. Brutus Creed, 69 of 75. Lita on the uncommon. I'd love to see a superfractor. Intimidators of Psycho Sid. That is Lucian Price on the rare. Miles Bourne on the uncommon. There's the last auto. Right there behind Grayson Waller. That is Wes Lee. Kofi Kingston on the refractor. Rikishi, 44 out of 149. Finishers of Sami Zayn on the Halua kick. Oof, that is nice. For the Randy Orton spot, 6 out of 15 red. Randy K. Orton. That is a sick card right there. That's nice. Sid Justice. There's Chris Sabin and Bianca Belair. Last two autos. That's Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross on the refractor. Die cut. That is Carmelo Hayes on the finishers. 48 out of 75. 48 of 75 on the die cut finishers. Carmelo Hayes. Finishers El Grande Americano on the refractor. Rhea Ripley on the uncommon. Last pack, then we got our last two autos. '91 of 99. That's Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov. He's been out of action too long. The Turn X-Fractor of Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's pretty sick. Intimidator's Refractor of China. On the uncommon Alba Fire. Becky Lynch, Batista to finish off the box. Now our last two autos. We saw this one was blue. 61 out of 75. That is Axiom on the on-card auto. Axiom to 75. 61 of 75. And our final auto. Let's get Grayson out of there. If anybody knows anything about WWE and you look at those arms and the way they're positioned, if this is who I think it is, it's a hell of a way to end the break. Hell yeah! Stone Cold Steve Austin, 8 out of 25. 8 out of 25 on the finest auto to finish the break. What a way to finish it. Wow. sick break. Sick break, you guys. Alright, recap time. Here we go. Finishers of El Grande Americano: Sami Zayn, Rikishi, X-Pac, Carmelo. That is X-Pac again. Triple H, Austin Theory, Kurt Angle, Triple H, Miz. That one there is the Miz. Kevin Owens, El Grande Americano, Kurt Angle and Finn Balor. Intimidators, we got China, Psycho Sid, Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Otis. China, Bradshaw, Jacob Fatu, Cactus Jack, Batista, Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu, Gunther, Nia Jax, Kane, and then Kane on the X-Fractor. Showstoppers. We got Rhea, Jay, Eddie Guerrero, Asuka. That is Tiffany Stratton. There's Tiffany again. Triple H, Charlotte Flair, Asuka, Charlotte, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Hitman, Eddie Guerrero, Seth freaking Rollins. Full segment. We got Carlito, Miz, and that is Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens again. On the turn, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin, X-Fractor, Hulk Hogan, KO, Rock, and Shawn Michaels. Our refractors. We got Nikki Cross, Kofi Kingston, Escobar, Jey Uso, that's Rey Fenix, Jey Uso, Karrion Kross, Kane, Nikki Cross, Tyreek Igwe. We got Roman Reigns, Tavion Heights, Scarlett, CM Punk, Santos Escobar, Bam Bam, Eddie Guerrero, Gunther. We got Andrade, Becky Lynch, Undertaker, and Kofi Kingston. Our numbered cards. To 199, we got Chad Gable, Javon Evans, Mankind, X-Pac, Yokozuna, and Alexa Bliss. We got Jordan Grace, rookie. To 149, we have Rikishi, Seth frickin' Rollins, KO, Zelina Vega, Noam Dar, and Sheamus. To 99, on the die cuts, Ilya Dragunov, Ricky Saints, Booker T, and Sami Zayn. To 75, we have on the finishers Carmelo Hayes, Brutus Creed, Ciampa, The Turn of the Rock. We have Drew McIntyre, X-Pac. We have Alexa Bliss, Fatu. We have showstoppers of RVD, Wendy Chu, and a full segment of Alexa Bliss to 75. These are to 50, our golds to 50. Kurt Angle finishers, Jada Parker, Julius Creed, and intimidators of Braun Strowman. On the die cuts to 35, Scott Hall, Gunther, and Brutus Creed. To 25, Dragon Lee on the die cut, Lana, John Cena gold to 25, 13 out of 25. There is a uncommon die cut of Carmen Petrovich, Sol Ruka. We have a full segment of Bray Wyatt, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill on the Intimidators, and an uncommon die cut 24 out of 25 of Rhea Bloody Ripley. These are to 20, Raquel Rodriguez and Scott Hall. To 15, Randy Orton and Typhoon. Our autos, not numbered. That is Charlie Dempsey, Lash Legend, Ethan Page, Gunther, Nikita Lyons, Jada Parker, and Sol Ruka. To 75, Axiom, Chad Gable. That is Rey Mysterio on the X-Fractor, the Finest. That one is also to 75. And Finest Moments, Kofi Kingston. To 50, Trick Williams, Bronson Reed. And then to 10, Sol Ruka. I think these are case hits. The Demon, Finn Balor on the Dark Energy. And Damian Priest on the Double Exposure. That card is sick right there. And the 2 hits of the break. To 50, Bret the Hitman Hart. And Stone Cold Steve Austin to 25. That is your break, my friends. If you did not hit, I'm sorry. We will send you something nice in the mail. If you guys want, I think we're going to be doing this again on next Sunday. Check it out. Keep your eyes open. Hope to see you all next time. Have a great night.